So privacy protection is essential, and while it might seem unnecessary to keep your contact information completely hidden from the public domain, because you know you're just another middle-class nobody, since it is possible to hide your information from everyone else, you might as well take the precaution to do so. Because in the worst case scenario, especially if you're a prominent figure in your city or country, you may receive unwelcome visitors and email threats from strangers. You know, the more popular you become, the more famous you become, or well known, the more criticism you'll receive until these things happen. So you want to make sure that if somebody Googles your name or runs a background check, your contact information doesn't show up. There are very private people out there who hide their home address from everything. You won't find it on their driver's license or their car registration. You won't find it on any of their homes that they own, nor their official documents. So the way to do this is to use a PO box or a UPS store address for your identification and records. So using an alternative address will ensure that even if an IT person or a computer expert attempts to find you, they'll only find a decoy address instead of your actual home. So we should take full control of the information that we put out into the world. We have control over this. And this includes regularly monitoring the data about us that's available on the internet and other places. So if you have especially a big family or a high public profile, you need to protect your family's physical safety. It only takes a little popularity and recognition to start getting those email death threats every now and then. So to prevent the public from finding your home address or arriving at your doorstep, we need these layers of privacy protection. So let's start with home ownership. One method is to hold your property within an LLC and then place that entity inside a trust. And there are many options for this effect, but with LLCs, you can make them anywhere you want, and that's great. However, the most critical factor is how the home is financed. So let's compare the difference between private lending and traditional mortgages. When you get a traditional mortgage from a major bank like Scotiabank or TD, that loan appears on your credit report and background check. So this makes it very easy for anyone to link your name to a specific address. So to avoid this, you can use private money lenders. Now, unfortunately, these money loans usually come with higher interest rates, but the added layer of anonymity is excellent, and because the debt doesn't usually appear on any standard personal credit report. And that way, when someone runs a credit report, all it shows is a bunch of different addresses that you don't live at because you're using these private money lenders. So especially for people facing dangerous threats and people showing up at their house, the extra cost is worth the family security. Then you can check your own background and credit report this way to see what shows up. And you might be surprised what you find. You might be surprised that you need to update it because it has sensitive information. Now, what about shipments to our home? How do we buy things online or receive letters from people? Well, just use the delivery address of a UPS store or a PO box or anything like that. Now, you're probably not going to move because of all this, but the next time you move, consider getting private money lenders to help you out with this too. In other words, don't own anything under your name. There are people out there who prefer to just own all of their houses and all their cars and things under the name of the private lenders they're with. So their name doesn't go on any registered possession. And that's the securest way to go. This is CIA security advice, not from me, but from other people in the intelligence community.